We are entering the time of the year when people start getting lazy, when it starts getting dark earlier, and in some parts of the world, it starts getting cold. We are entering the time of the year when people's seasonal depression starts to creep in. There is an overwhelming energy of laziness and a massive loss of motivation. A lot of people at this point would wait until the new year to start over. A lot of people would call 2024 a wash and spend the rest of 2024 comfy and cozy and no longer pushing themselves towards the goals they had for this year. You are not going to be most people. Winter arc has been trending on TikTok for a couple weeks now, and it seems to be mostly targeted at men. But listen, the girlies want to lock in too. In this video, I'm going to go over how to complete the winter arc and how to get the most out of it to avoid that seasonal depression. Continue pushing yourself and putting in the work when most people don't, and come out on the other side as a person that you are incredibly proud of. From the moment that you watch this video, you're starting. Technically, it's supposed to start on October 1st. My philosophy is the best time to start is now. If it's past October 1st and you're like, oh, can't start it now, that's exactly the mindset that's gotten you where? Nowhere. You're in the same place because that's been your mindset. So what is the winter arc? It is a period of time when the days are the darkest and the coldest, and the period of time where most people will get lazy and comfy and will snuggle into a routine where they're not pushing themselves, which is the perfect time for you to swoop in, to put your head down, and to lock in. The winter arc is the time that you build the strongest version of yourself. The winter arc is the ultimate challenge of discipline. Can you push yourself in the cold weather? Can you push yourself when no one is watching? The rules of the winter arc are this. You have to train at least 5 times a week. At least 5 times a week. Doesn't matter what kind of training you do, as long as you do it 5 times a week. Now, I know for a fact, the second that I say that, you're gonna come up with some kind of excuse. Training 5 times a week does not mean that you have to be in the gym 2 hours a day. Training 5 times a week maybe means that one day you do a 15-minute HIIT circuit. One day you go to the gym and you lift for a half hour. You get it in no matter what. Your excuses at this time are null and void. I'm sick of hearing them. And you must be sick of saying them. You must be sick of hearing yourself give yourself all of these excuses. You make time for what you want to make time for. No more of this, oh, I can't wake up earlier. Do some squats with your kid in your hand while you're getting their breakfast ready. Do something. If you're like, I don't understand how to use any of the machines at the gym, that's actually perfect because I just wrote a dumbbell only workout program. I'm gonna link it in the description. I know that some of my girls are a little bit nervous about the gym. Even though nobody is looking at you, I promise, and everybody has been a beginner at one time, I understand. Some of you just wanna be in your comfy, safe little corner with a set of dumbbells. So I wrote you a program. The training split is for 5 days out of the week with an optional ab day on the 6th day. Each workout will take you maybe 30 to 45 minutes, depending on how much you pick up the pace. There's no excuses anymore. So you're gonna train 5 times a week. You are not going to waste a second on your time on a man or a woman. This is your time to focus on you and lock in to becoming the best version of yourself. Lock into your goals, lock into achieving everything that you've told yourself that you're going to achieve that you haven't. Stop centering a significant other. Stop centering a sexual relationship. You know damn well that all that does is drain your energy. You know damn well that all that does is take the focus off of you and your goals and put it on somebody else. Especially if you're somebody like me who gets pretty codependent. One day you are locked in, you are tunnel vision, and then this person comes along. And all of a sudden, you run out of the tunnel. You have no idea what you want, what you even wanted to achieve. All of a sudden, all of your focus is on this person. It's not worth it. All it's going to do is waste your time. Unless this person is the most perfect person you have ever met in your life, unless this person is like, yeah, I want you to go off and achieve all your goals. I want you to go do everything and anything that you want to do. Even still, this is your time to be with you. This is your time to work on you. When you come out of this winter arc, I promise you, there will still be people out in the world that you can pursue, and they may even be better people because you will be vibrating at a much higher frequency. After you put in all this work on yourself, you vibrate higher. And when you vibrate higher, you are going to attract people that also vibrate at that frequency. And energetically, you're going to see that most people vibrate way down here. The people that you were wasting your time on previously, they're not even worth a second glance from you at this point. No wasting time on that bullshit right now. We have bigger things to do. Mandatory bulk or cut. Up to you, you do what you want to do. Are your goals to build muscle? Are your goals to lean down? You make that decision for yourself and you move from there. But you stick with it. And on that same note, with the mandatory bulk or cut, no substances. Any kind of substance you take is going to alter your brain chemistry. I don't care if it's something that's supposed to make you more creative. I don't care if it's something that's supposed to make you more focused. You are altering your brain chemistry. This isn't the time to rely on substances to get you to a certain destination. There really is no time to rely on substances to get you to a certain destination. But this especially is not the time. And alcohol is only going to ruin any kind of progress you're making on your bulk or your cut, because alcohol does have the capability to not only minimize the gains that you've made, but also pretty much negate any kind of healthy eating you're doing. So no substances. My favorite one, go ghost. Go ghost. This is literally my favorite thing to do. Go ghost respectfully. Tell your friends what chapter of your life you're in. Tell your family what chapter of your life you're in. Hopefully they respect it. And then turn the notifications off. My notifications are always off. Maybe it bothers my friends. They know what chapter of my life I'm in. They know that I am working so diligently towards these things that I've known that I've wanted to do for so long that I've never put the effort in to do. They know that if they absolutely need me, they can double call. If somebody is absolutely in dire need of you, they can double call you. But you are putting up boundaries with people and you are going ghost. Do it respectfully, but also understand that if people aren't respectful of the chapter of your life that you are in, they're not going to just suddenly become respectful when you reach your goals and come back. They don't understand what you're going through, and that's okay. It's not for you to make them understand, but it's also not for you to drag these people into the next chapter of your life. Not everybody needs to know what you're doing. Not everybody needs to know every single achievement, every single accomplishment that you have made. The world doesn't need to know about it. You don't need to post things on social media. I promise nobody actually really cares. The only thing that matters is you working to achieve these things. Doesn't matter if you're receiving external validation. You should know in your heart that all of these things that you're working on, that this time that you are putting in to better yourself is the right move and is being done for you and nobody else. You are locked in all the way. You don't know anything to anybody. You tell them the chapter. If they say, oh, I wanted to hang out, I wanted to go out this weekend. Okay, I hope you have fun with that. I won't be participating because I'm actually taking my life seriously right now. Not saying that you're not because you're going out, but that is not the chapter of my life that I'm in right now. Oh, but come on, it's not fun. That person that does that and peer pressures you out of achieving your goals, what good are they in your life? They were part of the last chapter. You can't be dragging all of these people into the new chapter just because you feel like they should be there. Just because you've been friends with them for 10 years. It does not mean that they are aligned with where you are currently. It is okay to grow apart from people. It doesn't mean that you don't have love for that person. It just means that you guys are not aligned anymore. Still love you, still care for you. Absolutely do not want your energy in my life. That's all. I know that it's hard for a lot of people to set boundaries and to go ghost and to tell people that they're in that certain chapter. But at the end of the day, you have to look out for yourself. At the end of the day, you can't be dragging people with you because you feel bad, because you feel like you owe them something, because you feel like you just want to make them happy. That's not your responsibility. You are your responsibility. If they make you feel bad about it, then that is really not your responsibility. Go ghost. And the people who respect it will be there on the other side. And the people who don't weren't meant to be on the other side anyways. It's so much easier said than done. But the sooner that you realize that you're going up here and they're staying here, the easier it's going to be for you to keep going up. You don't have this dead weight dragging you around. Respectfully. Train your mind. Do things that you hate doing. I talked about this in my Reinventing Yourself video. I haven't really talked about it since, but it is so important that you do the things that are hard, that you don't like first and often, so that you build up that strength, you build up that willpower, you build up that discipline, you build up that anterior mid-cingulate cortex that's just weak and flaccid in most people. That's where that willpower comes from. You train your mind to do the things that are difficult. Difficult because they're not actually difficult, they're just uncomfortable. They're just challenging you and forcing you to grow, and sometimes it's uncomfortable to grow. I've talked about this so many times. I'm not gonna make you sit through one of my lectures again, but it may be my favorite thing to talk about. What is something that you hate doing that you know is good for your mind? I know. Meditating. And you know what? I actually have something for you. In Thrive Pro, I'm redoing the classroom and I'm doing a whole module on meditating that's going to include guided meditations as well. I know a lot of people like guided meditations, so I want to offer that to you because meditating meditating seriously changed my life. Being able to be still and quiet and sit with myself and my thoughts, that will do wonders for you and for your clarity in life. Maybe you know that you should be cold plunging and you haven't cold plunged. It seems like it would be too difficult. Maybe you know that you need to be waking up early and it's too tough to wake up early. Train your mind and build that discipline. Discipline is the most valuable thing you could build in yourself. 99.9% of people have no discipline. And that's due to so many things. It's partly due to the instant gratification that we get now as a society, partly due to social media. It's partly due to people just becoming weaker and weaker. Build up that discipline and make it so that you are able to do anything you set your mind to. You know that you're capable. You know that you're capable because you woke up at 5 a.m. and you meditated even when you didn't think you could. You know that you're capable because you woke up at 5 a.m. and it was 40 degrees outside and you still took a cold shower. You know that you're capable because you woke up at 5 a.m. and you took a cold shower and you meditated and you prayed and you manifested and then you got on your shit and you worked on your business. I know for a fact that that is something that you want to do. You wouldn't have clicked on this video if it wasn't. You are going to become that person. You are going to become the person that you look up to, that you are so inspired by, because they've built up all that discipline, because they continue to do the hard things day in and day out. And guess what? Those people, they see the results that you want to see. Train your mind. Establish some kind of self-care routine. This can look like so many different things. You guys already know that I ice roll in the morning. I love doing my skincare at night. I like wash-eyeing. I like to give myself self-love affirmations. Figure out what kind of self-care routine works for you. Every single person is going to be different. I can't tell you what you can and can't do, or what you should and shouldn't do, but develop some kind of routine to show yourself every single day, not only that you're showing up for yourself mentally, but also that you're showing up for yourself physically with love, not just with the gym. Gym's amazing. Don't skip the gym, but with love and care. And I think that the last thing I want to add, I know that for men, a lot of the winter arc rules say no video games. If you're a girl and you play video games, no video games. But I think you go a step further than that and you say no social media or extremely limited social media if you must, if you work on social media, and no porn. Those things literally destroy the reward center in your brain. And you need that reward center to be working efficiently and properly. You don't need it ruined by hitting certain levels on video games. You don't need it ruined by thinking that you have a virtual girlfriend. You don't need it ruined by watching other people live their lives and feeling like you're living vicariously through them. You don't need it ruined spending any of your time living in some kind of reality that is not your life presently at this current moment. How much time have you wasted watching other people live their lives, watching other people have sex, playing mindless, pointless video games, and not even being remotely present for your life? You have one of them. You have one life. How dare you waste it not paying attention to yourself and what you're doing and how well you're doing? How dare you waste it allowing yourself and your goals and your dreams to wither away, all because you can't stop with the external validation, all because you can't stop with the video games, all because you can't stop with the porn, all because you can't stop with the social media, all because you have this addiction to dopamine and you need the hit, you need the quick fix. Your anterior mid-cingulate cortex, the willpower part of your brain, is so weak because it's just instant gratification here, instant gratification there, instant gratification here. Grow some fucking balls and go out and create your own dream life. Put all of your energy and effort and your attention into you. This is the time for you to better yourself. No more excuses, no more wasted days. I don't care if you can only do a 15-minute workout. I don't care if you have to cut people out of your life. I don't care if it's hard to take a cold shower. I don't care if you have a crush on somebody. I don't care. And you shouldn't care either. It's time for you to put in the work. It's actually way beyond time that you put in the work. You deserve to become the best version of yourself. You deserve to work on yourself. You deserve to show up for yourself every single day. You deserve to achieve everything that you've ever set out to achieve. And it's time that you realize that. I very briefly mentioned that I'm redoing the Thrive Pro classroom. I created a new framework for it and I'm so excited to share it with you. It's gonna have so many modules and so many actionable steps to living the life that you've always wanted to live. and becoming the person you've always wanted to become and gaining the clarity you've always wanted. And I'm so stoked about it. I still have Thrive Academy. If you want to join that free school community, it will be linked in the description, as well as the pro. And I'll also have the workout program that I wrote for you linked in the description. The dumbbell only for my shy girlies, or for the men too. Honestly, it's a great program for anybody. If you need some more motivation, watch the video on how I stay motivated. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below. I love reading your comments. And I will talk to you guys very, very, very soon.